Hey guys, this is Full Safety Incorporated, and I'm here to bring along my thoughts about the new Link Monsters and Link Vrains. And I know this is a bit late, but I kind of want to get my opinions on all of them at once the pack was fully announced, or at least fully announced in the OCG, not here, but I'll get my thoughts on it. The new monsters, I don't like them. I really don't like them. And some people are going to be like, but weren't you salty about it the other day? I mean, weren't you just talking about how the Link Vrains pack should have came up in the TCG, about how rare metal foes Electromite needed to come here sooner to support Odd Eyes? And now the later bit was from personal experience, but yeah, I kind of want to get my thoughts on them. I really don't like them. Because some of them are way too overpowered, too generic, or too underwhelming. Too generic and too powerful goes to Rare Metal Foes Electromite and Crystalline Needle Fiber, along with the new Plant one to a far lesser extent, which is still pretty overpowered. Underwhelming one include Madolche Sistart and the Evil Storm Origin to a far lesser extent. And why I can't seem to get myself to like these newer cards is pretty obvious. They are too underwhelming or overwhelming. Heavy Metal Foes Electromite is generic pendulum support, which breaks Astrograph Sorcerer to pieces with its ability. And considering how much that Astrograph already does for many pendulum decks, or many other decks in general, it's pretty ridiculous once you get down to it. And yes, I loathe the fact that it came here sooner than most of the other Link Vrains monsters. But I completely understand, as if all of them were released at once, it would completely turn the metagame upside down. But let's just talk about Rare Metal Foes, or Heavy Metal Foes, Electromite. The card is ridiculous. I mean, it generates more pluses that Pendulum Magicians didn't even need. Maybe Metal Foes to a fault? Maybe Odd Eyes? But that's pretty much it. Pendulum Magicians abuses the crap out of this. They just straight up break this deck to pieces, giving them near plus 12s most of the time, along with double Omega pretty consistently, and giving you 2 zones of Pendulum Stone from the extra deck from. That's busted. I can say they're probably better than they were in pre-Link era, just because they have so much more to go off of. Rare Metal Foes Electromite, it's just insane, it's stupid. But then there's Crystalline Needle Fiber, which enables way too many decks right now. I mean, at first I thought, hey, maybe it's for just Crystallines. But no, it's actually for, DDD to make a really good board when it comes out. And I want DDD to be good. I want them to get a new Link monster themselves. Something like Crystalline Needle Fiber breaks many synchro decks already. I mean, granted, it can be easily stopped by hand traps just because that's a thing, but still, it's annoying. I don't seem to see the purpose on why this card should stay legal once it comes out. And I would talk about the new Plant one, but that one speaks for itself. Look at the OCG charts, and you should know my reason on why I don't like it. And what does Sistart do for Madolches that Mrs. Radiant doesn't already do? Sure, it protects your Chateau, it protects your ticket, but other than that, you're wasting 2 materials that you could have easily used for an X7 for Tiramisu, which is a far better card, one of the best boss monsters ever created in my opinion. And it doesn't do anything that Mrs. Radiant doesn't already do. And Mrs. Radiant is more generic, so there is absolutely no reason to run this thing. And as for Origin, this is nowhere near as bad, considering that you can easily summon it off of Kirkion, off of Caster, if you ever want to go that far. But they generally go off of Demise to keep their consistency. But I can understand why you might not want to run that, considering that Caster can let you do an extra normal summon, you can run Rescue Rabbit, all that good stuff. Just a piece of advice for you, just so you can, play around a bit. And as for a few of the ad ones, like the Gladiator Beast one, like the Mike's-Worn one, those other ones I barely care about. Aside from maybe Gem Knight Phantom Core, which goes beyond broken for Gem Knights. I mean, it absolutely shatters Lapis Lazuli. We need to ban Lapis Lazuli, that way we can get that out of the way so Gem Knights can keep their new Link monster. And the new Burning Abyss one is ridiculous too, considering that it can send from the deck It literally triggers any Burning Abyss that you may send to the graveyard. Skarn to search. Graph to summon from the deck. Seer to summon from the graveyard. It's just stupid! The consistency of this card is insane. And you can literally summon this thing with Phantom Knights. And that is some stupid applications. Dear Lord. Cherubini is just stupid for this deck. It's insane. It makes them better. Considering that it's 2 downwards link markers, you can easily summon out Cherubini plus Dante or something. Or Cherubini plus Beatrice. So that way you can easily get your Phantom Knight spells and traps to your hand for Fog Blade, and sending Farfa with Beatrice to further disrupt your opponent's plays. And all the while I hate facing Cherubini, I can see this thing being completely necessary in Burning Abyss. Because it pretty much only supports Burning Abyss right now. Just because you can send from the deck to the graveyard doesn't really mean that much outside of any other deck. Phantom Knights can use this pretty well. So can Burning Abyss, it abuses it in fact. But it's not as generic as Rare Metal Foe's Electromite, which absolutely shatters Pendulum decks because of Astrograph Sorcerer generating even more pluses. I just feel like that the cards themselves, a few of these cards are way too generic, like Needle Fiber and Heavy Metal Foe's Electromite. It's just ridiculous, man. I mean, check out Lithium's videos on some of the newer Link monsters and you would be like, dear God, is this what the game's gonna be like soon? It's just stupid. And this is what most YouTubers mean when the game's only gonna get faster and faster and faster, because we're gonna get more stuff that'll generate more pluses that'll make the game even faster and make it more consistency driven. Dear God, and people said hand traps were the problem, which is true to a fault, but then again, the game itself is kind of hard to stop right now, so hand traps are a check, but that's a topic for another video, which I may do later. So yeah, those are my opinions on the new Link Vrains Monsters. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys like it, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, join the Fiverr Army, and together we will beat the meta. Talk to you guys next time, and hopefully you enjoy my next video, but until then, take care of yourselves.